Hell Creek Formation, 66 million years past. A thick mist hangs heavy over the cypress trees as a new day begins. A misty, cypress-choked riverbed in Hell Creek. She is alone, vulnerable, and he is being watched. Sudden eruption in deep, grievous wound. This is not the monarch of our imagination. This is an adolescent, separated from her family, and now gravely injured. How does a predator, designed for absolute power, overcome a trial that begins with absolute weakness? To understand the skull, we must first understand the life that preceded it. Just weeks earlier, her world was defined not by violence, but by presence. Flashback. Clumsy, and playful. She was part of a cohort, a family unit. Even in rest, the matriarch remains alert. Deep, slow breaths sustain her massive form amidst the shadows of the forest. This is a picture paleontologists have only recently begun to assemble. The fossil evidence suggests Tyrannosaurus may not have been the solitary monster we long imagined. Her days were a curriculum of observation. She watched the adults coordinate, separating the weak from the herd. The juvenile hangs back. She is safe. She learned the hunt. But she did not yet know the hunt. The desperation of true necessity. She was protected. She was provisioned. She was, in a word, innocent. That innocence ended, definitively, at the river's edge. We return to the present. It's a Parisibo. The camera holds the static shot, maintaining the cinematic and hyper-realistic visual style. The juvenile limps heavily, shuddering from the pain. The hashtag Dakotaraptor pack has vanished, their ambush successful not in the kill, but in the crippling. She is now what she has never been before in her young life. Completely alone. The physical cost of this encounter was great, but the biological cost was worse. The deep slash on her flank is not healing clean, it is festering. In the septic-rich Hell Creek environment, bacterial infection was a constant, lethal threat. This is the Claw story. It is a narrative of agony, written deep into her flesh by a rival predator. A sudden jolt of peeing feeds Kyle's leg, forcing her to flinch violently and interrupting her stride across the prairie. Every step is a torment, her powerful leg muscles seething in protest. A Tyrannosaurus is a machine built for pursuit, a bipedal engine of power. But with this injury, her greatest weapon, her mobility, has become her greatest liability. Fever rages within young Kale. Her glassy eye, normally sharp, is now clouded with thickness. Hunger, an abstract sensation once solved by her parents, is now a crushing, immediate reality. In the fundamental task of survival, the hunt is now a seemingly impossible ordeal. For 3 days, the infection has deepened, and the hunger has become a hollow, driving ache. Pain is a powerful deterrent, but starvation is a more powerful command. She lies hidden, fixed on a small group of Edmontosaurus. She isolates a target, a subadult Edmontosaurus, straying from the protection of the herd. In her former life, this would have been a manageable, perhaps even simple, pursuit. Instinct takes over, temporarily eclipsing the agony in her flank. He charges. She bursts from the trees, the wounded muscles seize and tear. A bolt of electric pain rockets up her side, and her leg collapses beneath her. She tumbles, biting the earth in a cloud of dust and humiliation. The Edmontosaurus turns, bellows in alarm, and springs effortlessly back to its herd. The juvenile T-Rex lies panting. The herd moves away. The hunt is over! And the failure is total. This is the moment the lesson of the claw is truly learned. She cannot rely on the tactics of a healthy pursuer. She cannot chase. She cannot outrun. She cannot ambush. She must now adopt the strategy of the weak, the desperate, and the dying. The exhaustion gives way to resolve. Standing tall, the predator refocuses on the challenges ahead in this harsh landscape. She must follow the scent of death and become a scavenger. For a scavenger, the most critical tool is not the claw, but the sense of smell. The olfactory bulbs of a Tyrannosaurus were extraordinarily large, a signpost from the fossil record. They were instruments built to read the air, to find death from miles away. The juvenile, gaunt and desperate, follows a scent, her limp more pronounced. And now, her body's greatest remaining sense offers a reward. Down in a muddy wash lies a carcass, a partially consumed Triceratops. It is salvation. She moves toward it, but freezes. The Tempest Dakotaraptor pack is already there, feasting. But the carcass is playing. It is the very same pack, the architects of her agony. The raptor's heads snap up, the festering wound they created. They fan out, a fluid, intelligent perimeter of mouth. Their confidence is absolute, and they have beaten her once, and they see only weakness. This is the climax of the trial, a moment where all options are lethal. She cannot fight them, they are too fast, and she is too broken. She cannot flee, her leg has already failed her. With a bold, testing step, The Dakotaraptor escalates the confrontation in the muddy wash. Trapped between starvation and the predators that crippled her, her body is utterly useless. The raptors are a wall of flashing claws and hissing threats. They know this Tyrannosaurus. They broke her. They are not afraid. What Dakotaraptor, the boldest, darts forward, bellows in pain to prostrate him. This is the critical moment. A calculation of risk versus reward. The raptors see an easy meal, a wounded competitor to be finished. But they have miscalculated. They have judged the legs, but they have forgotten the jaws. He abandoned speed. He cannot be a blade, so she will be a hammer. She plants her good foot. She lunges forward. It is not an ambush. It is a terrifying, full-throated display of pure intimidation. She unleashes a sound that is no longer the reedy cry of a juvenile, but the nascent thunder of an apex. She snaps her jaws, not at one raptor, but at the air between them. The Dakotaraptors scatter instantly. They are fast, but they are fragile. Their entire strategy is to avoid that bite. And in that single, crushing sound, they understand what will happen if they are caught. The T-Rex lunges again, splintering it. The tension breaks. The confrontation is over, but the adrenaline begins to fade, replaced by the onset of pain. Shuddering, bleeding, and exhausted, she links to the carcass, collapses, and finally begins to feed. The meal is a critical victory, but the battle is not yet won. It is fuel. Precious energy to fight the war still raging within her own body. Weeks pass in a time-lapse dissolve. The limp is almost gone. As she heals, the fire in her flank slowly recedes into a dull, permanent ache. The T-Rex who rises from that fevered sleep is not the same one who fell at the river. The claw story is now a part of her, a physical archive of her first great trial. The protected, innocent adolescent who followed her parents is gone forever. She is an orphan. But she is also, for the first time, truly a Tyrannosaurus. This is the profound, transformative wisdom of the prehistoric world. Teaches that power is not a constant, guaranteed state. True dominion is the wisdom to survive weakness, to endure failure, and to adapt when brute force is not enough. She has learned that her bite is a tool of terror as much as a tool of capture. She has shed her innocence, and in its place has gained experience. The crown of the apex predator is not given, it is forged. This journey from weakness to wisdom is not pure speculation. The fossil record itself is a testament to the brutal realities of this existence. Paleontologists routinely discover Tyrannosaurus specimens bearing profound, yet healed, injuries. Bones scored by the teeth of rivals, or pathologies left by the claws of raptors. They fought. They were wounded, they suffered, and like our protagonists, many survived. The scar she now carries is a mark of experience, etched into the very bones that tell us her story. To understand the hard data behind these predator-prey dynamics and the science of survival in Hell Creek. Join us for our Echoes of the Past analysis, the scars of tyrants.